Okay. All right. Welcome. So last week we focused on the first 4 chakras. Today we'll do the 3, the heart plus the other 3, which will also be 4 chakras that we're doing. But so the first 3 are your primordial chakras, and the ones above the heart are the ethereal, more ethereal ones. And the heart is the balancing center, right? So we're going to begin by focusing on Vishuddha. Vishuddha is the right above the green one. It's a turquoise color. It is, Vishuddha means purification. It is the throat chakra, and its sound is hum. So, which is pretty appropriate, right, for the throat. And it is about communication. It's about speaking your truth. It's about expressing yourselves. It's about connecting with others through words, through hugs, because arms are an extension of both the throat chakra and the heart chakra. You hug, right? And you talk, at least I know I do, right? With our hands. So that's our Vishuddha chakra. So we're going to start with the breath, our breathing. What I'd like you to do first, though, however, is for a moment, just get centered. So do that by closing your eyes. And don't change your breath, just notice it. Just focus on it. And think about your whole body relaxing. Just think about coming inside, leaving the world outside, leaving everything that gets in your way off the mat. And with your eyes still closed, we are going to begin Ujjayi breath. And Ujjayi is the breath of victory, but it is also the inner sounding breath, so that it's also called the ocean sounding breath, because you can hear it. So the Vishuddha, the throat chakra, also is very strong in people who really listen well. So it's about speech and about listening as well. So the idea here, in order to get that sound, you want to close off your throat a bit. So you're going to put your tongue on the ridge behind your teeth, and that helps to close off air coming from anywhere else and coming just in and out through your nose. So you'll close your mouth. And begin that ocean sounding breath. This breath helps you to focus. After your next exhale, return to your natural breath. Open your eyes. So if you remember last week, we talked about anahata, which is unstruck, wide open is what the word means. It's emerald green, it's your heart chakra. And we're going to begin now with our physical practice by just opening up our hearts. Very simple heart opening. Send your arms back behind you, palms on the floor, fingers pointing forward. Take a breath in, open up that heart. Deep breath and release it. Deep breath, open, bigger, and release it. One more time. Inhale and release it. Spring off your fingers, come back to sit in a neutral position. All right. So we're going to open up our neck with some neck releases, right? So let's begin by bringing our right ear to the right shoulder, dropping your shoulder. You want the ear, your neck to do the work, not your shoulder, right? And feel the resistance on the left side of your neck. Another thing you could do is pulsate a little bit, bringing your ear a little closer to your shoulder and lifting it and putting it back, you know, just bouncing it up and down. I like to think when I do that, that I'm, you know, pouring all the bad stuff out of my brain from my ear. Yeah. You know, visualize it works. Bring your head back up to neutral. And let's try that on the other side, dropping your left shoulder, bringing your left ear to your left shoulder. And then do that little pulsation, that little pulsing. It emphasizes that stretch. And then bring your head to neutral. You're going to send your gaze up to the sky, your nose reaching all the way up, opening up your throat wide, big throat opening. Inhale, exhale, bring your chin to your chest, look down, contemplative, thinking before you speak. On an inhale, lift your nose to the ceiling again. If you feel any stress in the back of your neck, breathe into it, release it. Exhale, chin to chest. That counting to 10 before you respond. And then bring your head to neutral. All right, good. Just look over your right shoulder. Just with your head, you're not moving your waist here. And then go to the other side and go back and forth a few times. And then come back to center. All right. So I said before that our arms are an extension of our throat and heart chakra. So let's begin with our arms by rotating our shoulders forward, up and back. And then pause and go the other way. And then pause. All right. Bring your fingers to your shoulders, send your elbows straight out away from each other and make circles with your elbows. Pause and go the other way. And pause and release your arms. Send your arms straight out from your shoulders, like in a T shape. And then cross right over left, hug yourself, big hug. And then roll from side to side, from left to right. And now you are using your middle, your Manipura chakra, your center of courage, that's lustrous gem. Come back to center, release your arms. So from time to time, you may see me using my little weapon here, and just ignore it. Just ignore it. Okay. And okay, this time left over right. Hug and go from side to side. And then come to center and send your elbows all the way up to the sky. Look up, opening up your throat. Inhale, exhale, send your elbows down towards the mat. Let's do that once more. Elbows up to the sky. Inhale, exhale, send your elbows pointing to the mat and release your arms, shake them out. All right, good. So going to come on to our hands and knees. So for those of you who came a little bit earlier, while we were setting up, I said have 2 blocks or a chair. We're going to do Warrior 3, but that's later on in the class. So I want you to, maybe have something nearby that you can use. We may not even get to it, but it's my intention to do it. So let's begin here on our hands and knees with cats and dogs. So you're going to curl your spine towards the mat, opening up your heart, sending your first 3 chakras toward the mat. You're going to arch your spine to the ceiling on an exhale, pushing the mat away from you, spreading your shoulder blades. Inhale, reverse the curve of your spine, and continue at your pace. And then the next time you're in your cat spine with arching to the sky, send your hips toward your heels and extend your arms overhead. And walk your fingers away a little bit so that you can feel a stretch in your underarms. You're going to lift your hips and bring your heart forward, opening up your heart and your throat. Allow your throat to open up here. Send your hips to your heels. Come back up to hands and knees. Place your forearms on the mat, your elbows under your shoulders or close to that, knees under hips, just like you would in table, except that instead of on your hands, you're on your elbows. So let's do our sliding back and forth. Open up our joints here. And then come back to a neutral, come back to center. You're going to send your right leg out behind you on the ball of your foot, and your left leg out behind you on the ball of your foot for a forearm plank. And you're going to slide again, come forward and send your heels back. You'll only go a little bit. Come forward and send your heels back. Come forward, bring your belly to the mat. Sphinx pose. Opening up your throat as you look over your dynasty, your kingdom. Right. Send your fingers to the corners of your mat and straighten your arms for a back bend. Bring your elbows back down and your hands in Sphinx position, right? And you're going to straighten your arms for a little bit of deeper back bend. Straight arm cobra, kind of. And then bring your elbows back down. So now this time in Sphinx, your legs were, your feet were coming in line with your hips. Now what you're going to do is you're going to put your legs a little closer together. They don't have to touch, but a little bit closer to create the tail of the cobra. And you're going to slide your hands back, coming down onto your chest, bringing your hands alongside your breasts. And you're going to lift your head and shoulders. You're not pushing into the mat here. This is just a little baby Bhujangasana, the cobra. Inhale, exhale, melt. Twice more. Inhale, exhale. Inhale and exhale. So this time, you're going to use your hands. You're going to push into the mat, elbows and upper arms stay near ribs. You're going to push in, let your shoulders drop, your pubic bone on the mat, opening up your heart and your throat in Bhujangasana, the cobra. So in Vishuddha, come all the way down and pile one hand on top of the other to come to Makarasana, the crocodile, your forehead on your hands. So in Vishuddha, the symbol has 16 lotus petals all around it, and each of those represent the 16 vowels of the Sanskrit language, which invoke spirit. They connect with spirit. And the Sanskrit language is extremely vibrational. And rock your hips from side to side. Bring your hands under your shoulders and come back up onto your knees and come back to hands and knees. So all languages, all sounds are vibrations, right? That's what they are. They're vibrations. But certain languages are more vibrational than others. And Sanskrit is one of those. Right. So you're in your table with your wrists under shoulders, knees under hips. You're going to send your right leg back behind you, coming onto the ball of your right foot. You're going to lift it up hip high or any amount that your hip joint allows, and then extend your left arm alongside your left ear for a little challenge of balance. If that's uncomfortable, bring your arm back down. Right. So now we're going to challenge it a little bit more, opening up our throat even more. You're going to bend your right knee, send your right foot to the left so that you can easily connect your left hand to your right foot, and then bring your knee so that it's back in line and look forward. Big throat opener here. Think of a pointer dog spotting the prey and release it. Left leg goes back. Lift it hip high. Right arm alongside right ear. Bend left knee, send foot to the right. Take hold of your foot with your right arm. Send your knee back and look forward. And you can lift your knee a little higher if you wish. And release. And you're going to come to roll over onto your hips and bring your legs around. So your feet are flat on the mat, and you're going to bring your hands alongside your hips. All right. You're going to lift your hips and send them forward. You're going to bring your hips back. You're going to lift them and maybe send them a little closer to your heels. Maybe not. You're going to lift them and send them back. You're going to lift them and maybe you'll come all the way to your heels. You're going to lift them and bring them back. This time, you're going to lift your hips, keep them lift, and bring them upward for a reverse table. Ardha Purvottanasana. And feel your throat opening up, your heart wide open. All 6 chakras are working here. From your legs, the base of your spine, even your final Sahasrara chakra, the crown of your head. And then bring your hips back down between your hands. Shake out your hands. Right. So slide your hips a little closer to your heels and bring your back down onto the mat. Take your time. And your arms will be alongside your body. We're going to go into bridge, but just let's do this one step at a time. You're going to walk your feet just a little bit closer to your hips. You're going to press your feet into the mat, lift your hips, open your heart and your throat here. Right. You want to press your head into the mat so that you do not cut off your air supply. So you're opening off your throat as your breastbone comes toward your chin. Make sure your legs aren't splaying open, that they are in line with your hips. Imagine that there's a block and you're squeezing it with your thighs, or you could actually get a block and squeeze it with your thighs. And then melt your spine back down to the mat. We're going to do that once more, and you'll do this in your own time. All right, get set up, lift your hips, bringing your chest toward your chin, opening up your throat. Maybe you'll put your interlaced fingers, your yoga mudra, under your hips to make your bridge a little bit higher. Think about, you're lifting your hips, your belly button wants to kiss the sky. Release your arms if they're underneath your hips and melt back down. Right. All right, good. So that I have time for all that I have on my list, come to stand. So the next chakra is Anya, which is an indigo color, and it has two squirrels on either side and a circle in the center. And the circle in the center is representing our third eye. So the Anya chakra is right here. It includes your eyes. And it's all about, Angna means command, but it's your command of all the knowledge that you have learned. And most importantly, all of your experiences that give you wisdom. So we're going to work on our eye, and the sound is an Om sound. And this is about seeing beyond your eyes, so close your eyelids and imagine what's in front of you. Imagine what's there. You know what's there. You had your eyes open just a moment ago. See it in your mind's eye. And then open your eyelids, open your eyes wide, really wide, like you're surprised. And send your eyeballs, keep your head absolutely where it is, all the way over to the right, little yoga for our eyeballs, all the way over. And notice how much you can see when you send your eyes all the way over. You can almost see over your shoulder. Come through center, over to the other side. Remember, your head stays centered. So you're just sending your eyes over to see what's behind you. Bring your eyes to center. Look up. Your head doesn't move. Look up. See your eyelashes, see your hairline, maybe your eyebrows. And then bring your eyes back to neutral. And this is the hardest one, to keep your head still, because when we look down, we want to send our whole head down, but try not to, and just look down. Notice your end of your nose, maybe your upper lip. See what you see. See what's on the floor around you. And then bring your eyes back to center. All right. Bring your hands interlaced behind your head, behind your eyes. Close your eyes once again. And remember, it's not just remembering, it's seeing what's behind you. What is there? And then release your hands. All right. So the element for this chakra is light, because illumination, right? We think of as light, as knowledge. We're being illuminated. So we will do a sun salutation. All right. But before that, we're going to do the pose that is most directly connected with our third eye. So begin to squat and go a little deeper, and go a little bit deeper, and then come to sit in your chair. Send your arms straight out in front of you. You all know where we're going now, right? You're going to keep your legs close together, or a distance that they are most comfortable, most supportive. You come on the ball of your right foot. The higher you cross your leg, the easier it is to wrap your foot, if that's what you're going to do. All right. And then left comes over right. Whoops. And if you fall out like I just did, you're going to put your toe on the mat. And your thumbs at your third eye, eagle eye. Notice how much you can see with peripheral vision. How the eagle, why is the eagle called, why do we use that term, eagle-eyed, right? And fly away. All right. Other side. Let's come down directly to sit in our chair. Cross left over right, right over left. Oops. Crouch down. Crouch down. A little squatting is good. So you see that little mouse that looks very delicious. and you dive all the way down, take it up in your beak and fly away. Right. So warrior 3. We're going to do it in a flow. We're going to do every single chakra in the flow that we have coming. But let's practice our warrior 3 first, because it's a challenging pose. So blocks are an option. You can use a chair, either the seat of the chair or the back of the chair, right, to place your hands. Right. You're going to bend from your hips, right, to make the shape of the letter L, right, to make an L shape. Bring your hands onto the tops of the blocks. They're at their highest. They're underneath your shoulders. So if you are you don't have blocks and you're using the chair, it's kind of the same thing. You're still in that L shape, right? So the difference would be, if you're using a chair this way, your arms are on the back of the chair, your head between your ears, you're still in the L, right? And shift your weight to your left leg and lift your right leg. And bring it down. And do the same thing, shift your weight to the other side. And lift your leg. Good. And bring it down. Excellent. Excellent. Okay. So we're going to do it a little differently when we're in a flow, and it'll go like this. So we're going to do it gradually. So I have my right foot forward and my knee is bent to help me with shifting off my back foot. Arms alongside ears. And we're going to go forward, coming onto the tiptoe of the left leg and back again. Forward and back. Forward, maybe you'll stay right here and this becomes your warrior 3. Maybe you go a little bit deeper and lift your leg a little bit more, or maybe you spring all the way off and come in to your warrior 3. Or not. All right, so let's try that on the other side. All right. Gradually, you're coming over your bent knee, arms overhead. You can have your hands at your heart or alongside your body if that works better for you. And then finally, spring slowly, slowly, slowly to come to your warrior 3. Another nice thing about using the blocks or the chair is this. Okay. Now, my arms are down as they wouldn't normally be, but then what I can do is release one, release the other, release them both, so that you gradually get there. All right. So if you're trying that, try it on both sides. And then when you're ready, come to stand to your mountain pose and we'll all meet there. I have this great big monitor, just somebody put in this room. So you're hooked up to it, so I can see you so much better. Yeah, it's like you're here in the room. All right. So in Tadasana, this is the expression of every chakra. your Muladhara chakra, which is at the base of your spine, your root chakra, your Svadhisthana, your place of yourself, which is the flow, which is the second one. That's the water sign, earth, water, and then your belly, the fire. And when you bring your belly toward your spine, engaging your abdominal muscles, you'll feel your ribs moving upward, and you'll feel your connection with your heart. Compassion, anahata. Take a deep breath in, fill your throat. Close your eyes. Notice what you see. And our final chakra is Sahasrara, and that is spirit. And we're going to come back to that a little bit later. Sahasrara, and that means 1,000-fold, and it's got like unending lotus petals because it's an infinite growth of the petals, which represent enlightenment. And the element is the ether, is everywhere. Okay, from mountain. You come on the ball of your right foot. You're going to step back to warrior one. You're going to send your arms back behind you. You're going to scoop that warrior one up from the earth, opening up your heart, feeling your foundation, your feet rooted into the earth. Send your arms back behind you, Yoga Mudra behind you. Open up your heart once again, brave heart. Inhale, exhale, show humility. Inhale, exhale, come inside a little bit more if you wish to. Press your feet into the earth. Come back up, release your arms. Step your back foot into warrior two and then line up your feet. Bend your left knee, your forward knee. Arms in a T shape. Keep your knee over your middle toe. Look over your left fingers. Feel the foundation, feel the power and the strength of this pose. Send your shoulders to line up with your mat, the edge of your mat. And feel the power. The Sushumna is the light of energy, the column of energy that comes from the base of your spine, from your foundation, all the way up to the crown of your head. And you're portraying that right here. Bring your right hand to your right leg. And we're going to do a little flow here representing the second chakra, the flow. So you're going to bring your left arm up overhead, straighten your left leg, and let your right arm float. Then you're going to bend your left knee, bring your forearm down, reach your arm over. And then you're going to come back and forth and back. And go with the flow. Water. And bring both arms back to warrior two. You're going to straighten your left leg. And remember, our triangle is all straight lines. And you know, triangles, pyramids, right, have a lot of power built in, right? So you're going to stack your hips as you create straight lines to come in to your triangle pose. Open heart, strong foundation, courage building in the middle. And you have the intersection of these triangles come back to warrior two. Just like the Anahata chakra, with the female and male energy intersecting. We just did that. All right. Release your arms. Step back into warrior one. Now, the reason that warrior three sets us up for it involves courage, right? You're charging into battle. And we're going to build our courage. Arms alongside your ear. You're going to take some time to build that courage. And then you're going to move forward to charge into battle using your third eye and your spiritual energy. You're going to come back, bringing both feet together. Fold over. Uttanasana. You're going to fly out and up and down the center line. Okay. Bring your hands together at your heart. Step your left leg back. Yoga Mudra. Open up your heart. This time, let's say a prayer. Look up at your prayer, looking up to the heavens. You're at crown chakra. Bring your arms together in Yoga Mudra. Behind you, open up your heart again. Calling on your courage and humility. Come forward. Inhale, exhale, come deeper if you wish. Release and come up, pushing your feet into the mat. Release your arms. Step in to warrior two. Take your time. And let's go right into our flow, but let's do it slowly, right? Feel the power of the flow of water of your second chakra, of all your chakras here. It's like seaweed or a willow tree, just blowing. And then the next time you're in your peaceful warrior, come back to warrior two. Straighten your leg. Stack your hips. Straighten your lines, intersecting triangles. Open up your heart. Looking up with your third eye. Back to warrior two. Warrior one. Arms up overhead. And again, you can use the chair, use your blocks, use whatever is available, if you wish, to come in to warrior three. Bring your legs together. Fold. And let's fly out and up and down the center line. Okay. Excellent. Take a few breaths. So the crown chakra is a violet color. And as I mentioned earlier, it's got infinite number of petals. signifying our connection to spirit, whatever spirit means to you. So just imagine we've come all the way up the chakra system, all the way up the Sushumna, all these colors of the rainbow, including the crown chakra. If you put them together, it's white light. And feel that energy of light in your body. Yeah. Send your arms overhead, reaching up to the heavens. Make fists with your hand, grab a hold of what you want and bring it down. Send your elbows back behind you. Inhale, reach for what you want. Make a fist, bring it down, elbows back behind you. Inhale, grab hold, exhale. Inhale, grab hold, exhale. Release your arms. And so we receive and we also give. So bring your arms up overhead and flow from side to side as if sending out energy and healing energy and goodwill into the world. For Sahasrara, which means 1,000-fold. And come to center and release your arms. So another way to connect with our crown chakra is to connect it with the earth. And in a way, that does make some sense, right? Because we think of this as that chakra as spiritual, coming up above our heads, and it's also inside of us, right? But connecting with the earth is the perfect chakra wheel. Chakra means wheel, right? So you're going to squat, and we're going to do a squat with your legs far apart. You can use a blanket if you wish to put the arch of your feet on the blanket. We're making our way down to the mat, but we're doing it nice and slowly so that we bring our hips all the way down as far as you can comfortably go. And then maybe you'll bring your prayer to your heart as you use your elbows to open up into Malasana, the garland pose. It might be more comfortable for some people just to put their feet on the mat. And then bring your hands down and make your way on to your knees. So this morning, walking in the park, we came upon these rabbits, and they're always there, right? But usually they scoot away when they see you coming. This morning, this one rabbit didn't move, came and just watch us go by. So I decided that that was a sign that we should do rabbit pose. So come into a child's pose, sending your arms back behind you, bringing the crown of your head to the mat and your hands on your the heels of your feet. If you can reach them, you should be able to, or if not, just if that's uncomfortable, just let your arms lie alongside your legs. And what you're going to do now with your head, crown of your head on the mat, is you're going to keep your head there, but as you lift your hips, you're going to roll over the back of your head, completely opening up the back of your throat, connecting with spirit, opening up completely. Your cervical spine getting a little stretch here, your neck spine. If you'd like to have ears on your rabbit, yoga mudra with your hands and send your ears up to the sky. And then bring your hips back down. Okay. How's everybody doing? I can't see you now. You're all on. Good. All right, good. All right. I didn't lose anybody, did I? Okay, so we're going to do a prep for headstand. We're not going to do a headstand. I would not have you do that without my being there. And I wish we could all be together because it's a great thing to do up against the wall. Anyway, you're going to come onto your hands and knees. All right. Come on to your forearms. You're going to interlace your fingers, and what I like to do is put pinky behind pinky so it's absolutely flat on the mat. Elbows under shoulders in a headstand. We're just, as I said, we're just doing a half headstand, which means you'll always have one foot on the ground. But you need to have your elbows under your shoulders, because in a headstand, in a yoga headstand, you do not put all your weight on your head. It's mostly in your arms, right? So crown of head on the mat, Sahasrara. You're going to hug the back of your head with your hands, keeping it still and steady. You're going to lift your hips coming on to the balls of your feet. You're going to walk your feet. This is a tent. You're going to walk your feet closer to your nose so that your spine is coming straight over your head. And then you're going to lift your right leg. Now here's where you would now lift the other one, but you're not going to do that for headstand. And bring it down. Then your left leg goes up. So you could see how this works. And if you push into your upper arms, into your elbow, the strength, it takes it away from your head. And bring it down, bring your knees down, and come up. Sit on your heels for a moment. All right. There is one more pose. Get off my mat. Shoot. Okay. Okay. So I hope it's entertaining, if nothing else, right? So it's a arm balance. And again, it is something that you're only going to go as far as you're comfortable with, because you're alone in a room. There's nobody there to help you, to spot you. But this is a very, it's a safe arm balance. As long as you remember, as I just said, you're using your hand strength, your arm strength to hold you up, not your head. So your hands should be nearby your knees. I think you should watch me first, please. And you bring the crown of your head to the mat. And it's the same thing. You're going to lift and walk your feet forward. But this time, as you're pushing your hands into the mat, you place your knees on your upper arm and lift your legs. Anybody want to try it? Okay, I'm going to walk you through it. All right, I'm going to watch you. So your hands are alongside your knees, right? Crown of your head on the mat. So go ahead and do it. If you wish to, yeah, okay. Okay, so I see I have a couple of takers. All right, crown of your head. Whoa, no, you're not lifting your leg. You're lifting your hips. Your toes are turned under. Your toes are turned up. No, and Mike, forearms on the mat. All right, look at me again. All right, forearms are on the mat. Right. Hands come back to your knees. All right, you're lifting your hips and you're walking your feet toward your upper arms. You're pressing your hands into the mat. It's hard to talk this way. So yes, that's good. It's good. It's good. You don't have to come all the way up. That's very good. Just you try. That's okay. I see you, Elaine. It's you try. That's it. All right. Excellent. All right. Since we're down on a mat, let's stay here. Legs straight out in front of you, Dandasana. Arms straight out in front of you. Inhale, slide forward. Exhale, slide back. Continue back and forth. And next time you're back, make your way all the way down onto your back. You're going to send one leg up to the sky and then the other for our inversion, our on the back inversion. So legs against the wall, invisible wall. This is to cool you off completely. Yeah, good. And you can come out of this at any time if you wish, but it would be good to stay here for at least one more minute. I'll let you know when it's time to come down. And bend your knees, bring your feet to the mat, and make your way into Shavasana. Allow your whole back body to sink in to gravity, to feel your connection with the earth, and your whole front body reaching up for the heavens. Connected with the earth, connecting with spirit, feeling the power of your physical body on the earth. Om Namah Shivaya. I surrender to transformation and welcome the changes that will lead me to who I am. Take a deep breath and let it go. Roll your head from side to side. Make gentle motions, movements with your hands and feet. Send your arms overhead, back behind you, your feet in the opposite direction for a full body stretch. Bring your knees into your chest, hug them, and roll from side to side. And come to center, release your legs, and roll over into a fetal position on whichever side you prefer. And when you're ready, come up to sit. And I wish you a beautiful day if you're on your way out. And if you're staying for meditation, just make yourself comfortable. Hi, Holly. Holly, who does the best down dog of anybody. All right. All right, so I think we're ready. Close your eyes. Bring yourself back inside. Follow your breath, your natural breath, and allow it to make you feel completely centered, to make you feel whole. Notice the flow of your breath, the cool air through your nostrils on your inhale, the warm air when you exhale. Notice how your body changes shape when you inhale and when you exhale. Power of your breath. Now, in your mind's eye, find yourself, allow yourself to go to a outdoor scene. It's a perfect day, very beautiful. The sun is shining, the sky is gorgeous. And you're walking along a path towards the woods. And with every step you take, you can feel the earth beneath your feet. You can feel the texture of the earth. You feel yourself connecting with the earth. And then ahead, you see on the side of the path a boulder that looks like it's inviting you to sit. And you go over and you sit to look out at the beauty that's all around you. And as you do, you feel yourself grounded, completely grounded, your feet against the earth, your whole body, your whole lower body connecting directly with the earth. And you hear something behind you, and you get up and walk toward it. And as you're walking toward it, you realize that it's a stream of water, of rapid flowing water. You recognize that sound, that calming, very sweet sound of the water moving, unencumbered, navigating with ease around every rock or tree stump. And you watch it flow. So beautiful, crystal water. And then you smell something. It smells like something might be burning. You turn and there's a pit, a fire pit not far away, and you walk over to it. And it's got a grating over it is and the flames though are quite beautiful. They're mesmerizing. And you watch the flames, you watch the different colors of the flame, the red, the orange, the yellow. And you can feel its power. You can feel its power so much that you feel it inside of you. Your courage, your will. And as the fire douses and goes out, you turn back towards the river. And you walk to the edge of the water again. And you look across to see this magnificent landscape, this beautiful, beautiful rolling hills on the other side of the water. And it's so beautiful. You just open your arms, open up your heart, feeling the breeze wash by you, feel it kissing your skin, feeling the soothing power of the breeze. And another noise catches your attention. And you turn and you see that something has fallen from the tree near the tree stump, and it's moving. You walk toward it and you see it's a little chick, a little baby bird, just fallen from its nest. You're not quite sure what to do. You don't want to harm it more, but you decide that you will make the effort to save it. And you scoop it up, putting it in the palm of your hand, and you see that the nest is empty until you put the little baby bird in the nest and to join a sibling. And the two of them now are together. It seems that you've saved the bird's life. And as if from nowhere comes Mama Bird, and she lands in her nest, but she knows, as she has brought food back for her babies, she looks at you as if in gratitude. How kind of you. And then you hear bird song all around you, like a chorus of birds singing your praise. You could have just walked away, but you opened your heart, you showed compassion. For one of the smallest of beings Beautiful, beautiful baby. And feeling enchanted by the bird song, you begin to hum yourself and feel your own voice, feel the vibration of that hum up and down your body, feeling it, how good it feels. And you walk a little bit more and you come again to the stream of water. And there are these two big boulders about 20 feet from each other, hills. They're little hills. And you decide you're going to sit on one of them and look out at the glorious view, the beauty. Notice every detail. Notice what you see. Notice the color of the sky. Notice the hills. Notice everything around you. Notice the fragrances. Notice the textures. Notice the scents. And then see up in the sky, you notice this bird coming toward you in your direction, a rather large bird. And that bird lands on the other hill, the other one that's not very far away from you. And you realize it's an eagle. Oh my. It is so majestic. It closes its wings, wrapping them by its side, looking out just as you at the beauty of nature, at this gorgeous earth. And you're wondering what to do. You don't want to upset it. And then you calm down as if the bird were communicating with you. You are just another one of Earth's creatures. How magnificent this bird is. And it comes on to its feet now and begins to spread its wings, this wide, wide wingspan, and then suddenly takes off up to the blue sky. And you are in awe of this beauty. You've never seen such beauty, but you've been here so many times before. And then you just want to shout out, and you stand up and raise your arms over your head, and you can feel the energy all around you. It feels as if there's this light of energy coming down through the crown of your head into your body to connect with the energy, with the light that was already there. Reminding you of your humanity and your spirit, and that they are one. Take a deep breath and let it go. Bring your hands together at your heart, your Anahata chakra, your open space. Your compassion. Take another breath and begin to lift your head as you open your eyes. Thank you so much for being with me today.